His name isn't Andre, actually. It's Goth. I totally forgot what his name was, so I just thought of the first big man that really came to mind, and it's Andre the Giant. Good for you, you French giant bastard. Ah, so there we go. All done. Now there's only two more bosses, if I'm not mistaken. I'm pretty sure I got everybody. Manus of the Abyss and Gwyn. Now, I've been telling a lot of really fun stories and some disturbing stories, but when we get to Gwyn, I'm gonna share my darkest story with you guys. My most personal story. So get ready for that. But anyway, I'll finish up this story about my coworker. Every time he says something fucked up, he goes, or I go, yeah, that was fucked up, but you feel bad about it, so you're still a good person. And he goes, yeah. So one day he goes, hey Gunslinger, do you ever like fart when you're walking by a table, when you're serving at the table? I'm sorry. Do you ever fart when you're walking next to a table that you're not serving at, really quietly, and then you just watch them with their reaction to say like, aw, who farted that nasty ass fart? And I go, Ernie, do you like butt dust people? And he's like, yeah, I do. And I'm like, that's fucked up. But you feel bad about it, so you're still a good person. He's like, yeah. So, that's Ernie. I love Ernie. Everyone loves Ernie. He's great. Let's see. Here's a story I'm not going to give any context to. I shook hands with an Asian baby. That happened. Got it. Here, because we're going down into the abyss, I'll share with you another dark story that I had to endure. Because that's a thing with me, is I'm big on endurance. I put up with a lot of stuff, but fairly recently, I had to put up with something that I just couldn't. I could not tolerate anymore. So one of my bosses at my work did something that I became infuriated at. I don't normally say that, but I was absolutely livid, beside myself. So it was a day like any other. I got there at 2:30. I clocked in at 2:30, and by California state law, we're supposed to have our breaks before the start of our 6th hour. So that would be 8:30-ish. Now, what in actuality happened is he did not lose track of the time because I, in a very gentle way, reminded him, hey boss, just to let you know, we're coming up on our 6th hour and we haven't taken our break. It's almost time for us to take our break. And he looks at me dead in the eye and he goes, it's almost nothing. And he walks away. And I go, okay, what's that all about? And I look at the break schedule, and usually he assigns some people to group 1 for break, and then group 2 is half an hour later. But I awoke some kind of petulant giant because I had said like, hey, we're coming up on our 6th hour, he put me alone on 3rd break. 5 minutes after 2nd break, and that break was at 9:25. Almost a full 7 hours of work, and I had no break. I didn't have a 10-minute. I just went, and it was really hard. In that day particular, it wasn't overly busy, but I was incredibly busy bussing my tables because my people were drunk as hell. And I had to keep bussing their glassware and plates and dinner and serve them salad. We even served soup that day. Boiled Guinness, if you can believe it, with cheddar. Boiled Guinness cheddar soup. And that's something we serve. And by the way, you will notice that Manus... Wait a minute. I need to do something. I need to equip something. I don't care if that kills me. I'm sorry. Hold on. I was doing really good there. 6. Ring. Okay. We're alright. I don't mind that. I'm really good with Manus. I'm really good, I feel. Okay, so we'll just switch these up again. Wait, did I just switch those, or did I just put them back in the same fucking order? I didn't pay attention. Shit. I'm almost positive of that. They're in different order. Okay, let's just say that that was 6, right? So where is it? 6. Ring slot number 2. Okay, so the Ring of Steel and Protection cannot go into where Havel's ring is. I'm sorry if it's vice versa, but I wasn't paying attention. Anyway, so I was completely enraged by his pettiness, that he would just not only put me on the later break, that is after our, you know, allotted time, but that just because I asked about it, I really tried hard not to be an asshole, because earlier in my career I had badgered another boss about breaks, not because I wanted a break, but because I'm a very scheduled person. I wanted to know when was the break going to happen so I could plan around, you know, how quickly do I need to bust my tables? Am I going to go on break in 30 minutes, or should I really, like, get on it? And it's not like a restaurant where, you know, you have rotating tables and someone else can pick it up for you. This is you have the same tables all night, and they are in constant need. Cake, dinner, more drinks, napkin, all this kind of stuff. And they know to come to you. If you don't... It's not like you can ask someone to take over your section. They have their own big section to take care of. Sometimes you can take care of as many as 4 tables, you know. That's like 10 person per table. That's like 40 people you got to take care of, all at a very high class rate. You can't be running around like crazy. You need to give every person your individual attention. And so I had badgered my boss before, different boss, but still, I always remembered how he was like, hey, can you stop asking me about breaks? Like, come on, I'm going to get to them when I get to them, please. Just relax. So I said, okay, I'll relax. And so I specifically was not mean or anything. But even still, I was made to wait almost 7 hours. And I was so mad. The rage that I felt. 5. Ah, there we go. So, ooh, that's interesting. I can't switch them up now. I can't switch because now the Ring of Steel Protection can't go here or here, and Havel's ring can't go here or here. Oh wait, no. Havel's ring can stay there, but the Ring of Favor and Protection cannot move either way. So instead, let's do Darkwood Grain Ring. This will be perfect. This is going to add some invincibility frames to me, so hopefully this will make me a better dodger, even though I just almost fell off the fucking edge. So I was really mad. I took a picture of the schedule, and I actually still have that picture on my hard drive right now. And that night, I sent a very... Well, no, I'm sorry. I composed a very irritable letter to my higher-ups. To the lady who does my scheduling, and I sent her a message, and I said, hey, scheduling lady, here's a picture of what happened. You know, I'm really upset that I was not allowed to go on break. I even asked him, like, is this a joke? Like, hold on, no, this, boss man, this can't be right. Like, you don't actually want me to wait an extra 5 minutes. And he's like, well, are you going to? And I'm like, I guess. And he said, good. Good. Just like that. Like, good, smug. Great. And I'm like, okay. I don't get the joke. Okay, fine. Let's take it to the higher-ups then and see what they have to say. They were not pleased. I was not pleased. In my letter, I even worded it in this way. I remember it word for word. I have no desire to work for a company that would encourage these policies or these morals. These policies. I said these policies. And it really made an impact because that lady, the scheduling lady, then forwarded the message to the COO, the commanding officer, the head lady. By the way, I rolled a 1. I'm sorry, rolled a 1. So I can't wear that anymore. But I can wear the Mask of the Father. That's fine. Let's wear something else. 35, 38. We still good? We still good. Yeah, I was not having it. I was so mad, and I was actually flabbergasted, completely took by surprise when they forwarded it to the COO. We're not a very small company. We're not we're not a very big company either. We're middle ground, I would say. They employ probably about 150 people, my catering company. That includes the higher-ups, the gardeners, the cleaning crew, everybody. Pardon me. I've been recording for about 6 hours now, and my voice is getting a little bit sore, but I'm on that Dark Souls roll, if you know what I mean. And I really want to get this over with, because Dark Souls has been taking a very long time, and I am so excited that I'm almost done, and I almost get to tell the darkest story that I've ever had. So they decided to take care of it. He got in trouble. I even got a phone call from his boss apologizing on his behalf. That guy's boss said, "Hey, Gunslinger, I just wanted to say, like, I'm really sorry. I had a talk with your boss, and he said that he didn't mean it like that. He saw it more as a lighthearted jibe at you, but we understand that it is completely unacceptable for this to happen, and I've had a discussion with him, and it's not going to ever happen again." And I could have been a real asshole about it, but I was very forgiving. I said, you know, I understand that I'm kind of hard to work with sometimes, and unfortunately this guy was a little bit too agreeable. He's like, yeah, you are. And I'm like, okay. I just said, you know, let's forgive and forget. I'm not overly mad now. I was mad. That's why I waited I composed the letter that night, but I sat on it. I really thought, do I want to stir up this kind of trouble? Is this even that big of a deal? But I didn't want him to get away with it, because I knew there was something there. I knew there was some rage behind that action. 6, by the way. That's the second time I've rolled 6. So no more that. No more. I want to try something. Let's just try something. How's this? That's good. How's this? Not the brass iron. How about this? 3 pounds too heavy. Okay. What about 1.4? Still too heavy. Interesting. What about 1.2? I think that's the lightest I can go. No. Interesting. Okay. I have no problem doing this. What if I took off the father helmet and wore the child instead? Okay, good. This is better. This is better. Anyway, so that was about 3 weeks ago that I had to send that email, and things have still been tense. I think he's over it, because obviously they had to have a discussion about the night, so they know that I complained, and they probably showed him the email. Oh, shit. Damn it. Oh, damn it. Ooh. Got away. 95 health. Okay. So I'm sure they showed him the email, and I'm sure he was pissed off, because he's just one of those guys where, you know, when his authority is challenged, he gets really mad and really pissed off. But surprisingly, he's been very nice to me. Almost not condescendingly nice, but avoidance. And when he does have to interact with me, he's overly nice. Except for one very passive-aggressive moment that I would like to talk about. I was coming around a blind corner, and he had been changing out one of the CO2 tanks that the bar uses at their taps. And as I came around the corner, I look up, and I see this tall man with a canister, and he's throwing it at me. And he goes, "Hey, catch!" And I freak out. I stumble back, like, oh my gosh. But he didn't actually throw it. He just lifted it up to about face level, about 3 feet away, and scared the bejesus out of me. And oh shit, gotta get away from him when he's doing that. It just struck me as a little bit like, oh, is this your revenge now? By the way, Manus has the most health of any boss in the game, so get ready. Meaning that if I am horrifyingly unlucky enough to go down to the cestus, which I'm not going to allow that to happen. That is not going to happen. I have beaten Manus under these conditions before, and it's not going to happen. I know what you do, Manus. I know how to predict you. You don't actually have that bad of a pattern. You telegraph your attacks very easily, and if I had any kind of armor, this would not even be a fight. Oh, God! Eight. No pyromancy. This is very bad. Because there's no other bosses now. There's nothing else. I hope you're as terrified as I am. Let me come up with another story. Hold on, I need to cross off this story. Where's my pen? There's my pen. Got that. Shook hands with a baby. Yep. Yep. Mm-hmm. I don't want to tell that one. That one's not that interesting. Car accident. Yes, I did that one. Yep. Okay, those are those pages done. Okay, we're getting down to the nitty-gritty here. Okay. I think I have... two more stories that I can tell. Two more. I've been telling stories for like 4 hours now. And I'm down to 2. And one is fun, but the other's not. And it actually made me feel really bad. So I'll tell the fun one first. It's another one with my girlfriend. We went camping recently, about a month ago. Great place. I'll even tell you where. Jenkinson Lake. Look it up. It's a really beautiful lake. Up kind of near Lake Tahoe. And kind of getting close to Yosemite Park. We spent 3 days there. And she had the brilliant idea. It's actually, I'm not saying that ironically. She did have the brilliant idea to bring kayaks. Now, I'm not the best swimmer under any circumstances. I sink like a rock, and I've never been a very good swimmer. I can tread water, but swimming, I'm pretty okay on my back, but that's about it. So I got some life vests just in case, because this lake is pretty damn deep. And we will see whose club is mightier, Manus. We will see whose club is mightier. Meteor. Anyway, so we went kayaking. I went kayaking for the very first time. I've never been kayaking before. And it surprisingly was way more fun than I thought it was going to be. Not that I thought it was going to be, like, bad or anything. I just, let me check. I think I blocked while I was rolling there. I did! What a clever lad I am. I'm sad that I don't get power within, but that would have been too risky. And I'm glad I have this Darkwood grain ring. That's the whole reason why I've come down here. Or why I killed that ninja. Because I anticipated this fight. Because you need the invincibility frames here. Because sometimes it's literally just the small, little, tiny things that can hold you up. Anyway. You're the last roadblock, Manus. You are the dark in Dark Souls. You are Dark Souls. I am facing the embodiment. Oh, shit. I got pinned up against the wall. No, that's not fair. I got pinned against the wall. 5. No. My rings. My rings. I should have saved other bosses. I should have saved other bosses. There's nothing else. There is that Drake on the, oh, there's that Drake on the bridge that I really should kill. And if I get really desperate... You know what? I could summon somebody to help me out. I've never done that before. But if it gets down to a bad situation, I will. Just throwing that out there right now. Anyway. So I went kayaking. It was great. I kayaked like two miles to this little island. It was a really beautiful quartz island. Well, it wasn't like made of quartz. It had a bunch of quartz on it, like a bunch of white quartz. Took away a couple cute little rocks. She's so cute. I love her. I'm really thankful that she allowed me to use her kayak. It was kind of a bummer of a trip in some ways because there was a bunch of kids around everywhere. Oh my gosh. So many little children, all like maybe 9, 8, 6. They were just everywhere, screaming, hollering, and here I am with my lady trying to play some Monopoly. My goodness, I got my ass kicked more than a couple times, but I tricked her a couple times. I got those railroads. I know the way Monopoly works. You gotta get them railroads. That's a real proposition there. Yeah, look, you can dodge that very easily. He like yells up in the air like I do every time I roll an 8. And we can still do this. It's just gonna take a little while. And I don't have his health to look at. I'm almost positive he has the most health of any boss in any of the Dark Souls games. I think they just went all ham, all fucking crazy. They went all out with this guy. He is the embodiment of FromSoft's rage at the player. Uh-oh. Shit. He does that weird behind the back, don't stab me bro kind of thing. Good? Good. Okay. Anyway, but the weird part about the trip, the really strange thing is right when we got there, we were setting up the tent. I know you want to, yeah, I know you want to do that. I can see when you do that. The weird part of the trip, that's a really good opportunity to hit him in the hand with a strong attack. The weird part was when we were setting up the tent, we had a broom, and we were sweeping away the pine needles, because there's a lot of red dust and pine needles in this place. It's crazy. Look at his twitchy hand. Twitchy hand. I'm so pumped up right now, you have no idea. That feeling might not last forever. I'm scratching my face. Don't you dare scratch your face when you're fighting Manus. Anyway, we were brushing off the campsite, and lo and behold, what did we find where we were going to put our tent? We found a ring. A wedding ring. A tungsten ring with 3 gemstones in it. And I was surprised because this was a big ass ring. This was a huge ring. It can't fit on my finger. I showed it to a bunch of my coworkers, even this one guy who's really fat, and it just can't fit on any of their fingers. It must be a size 14 ring at least. It's huge. Tungsten, gray, carbonite, and all that. And I went to the mall. I went to a jeweler. Oh God! I went to a jeweler's in the mall, and I had it appraised. And they said, well, we sell this exact same ring, and I just want to let you know that these 3 gems in the middle of the ring are real. They're diamonds. And this ring is worth about $340. And I said, no shit. Of course, I was pretending to be a concerned citizen who had found the ring, and I wanted to return it, so I asked the jeweler some questions like, hey, can you give me some information about this ring? I found it, and I really want to return it to the owner. Oh, God. And I want to know some information, so if somebody claims that it's their ring, I want to be able to say, like, no, that is not your ring. You are giving me false information there. And she said, sure, it was a really nice lady. And I even had it appraised by a second guy who was not very nice and not a lady. He was a lot more of an asshole about it, like, well, you know, I could tell you, but only if you're, like, a customer. It's like, well, okay, fine, you fucker. I'm not about, I can maybe understand that if, like, you're running a gas station, but this is a diamond store, for God's sakes. I am not about to buy a ring just so you can tell me how much this ring is. It might be fake for all I know. You're trying to weasel me into buying a $1,000 ring just so you can tell me I found a bit of nothing plastic on the ground. Okay, fine. Anyway. So that was that story. Great story. I got super sunburn on my legs. I brought sunscreen. I just forgot it. I'm sorry. Now I have cancer on my legs. It's not fun. You just... 5. No more rings. Okay. That was a really good attempt. That was a really good attempt. God damn it.